Hey there, folks. Buenas noches. Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 3. I'm Serious JG, and I'm going to save my game because that just seems like something you ought to do periodically. Last time we saved a communications array, and what didn't count as a big enough mission to get these two ladies to have a new conversation. Check in with.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Okay, thank you, trainer. Reporting in from Captain Lee Riley. My squad continues to defend the fuel reactor on Scion. The Reaper seem intent on taking it down. Not on my watch. We will hold the line. Alright. I-5. Instantly forgotten side character. Anyway. Yeah, it's kind of tidal disruptions and electrical storms. Like the description here just seems... Maybe this is a world that actually was there in earlier Mass Effect games. You could read that description. There was no mission set there. And they just didn't bother to make it match, but... It's a tiny little system that doesn't appear to have anything worth looking at. This planet Sesmos, which for some bizarre reason I thought was Singapore when we first clicked on. Can't actually leave the sun to go to anything else in the area. So, and as you can see, the Reapers are pretty much all over the damn place now. They, Anosis Basin and Horsehead Nebula, maybe they don't have enough life in them to interest the Reapers. Krogan DMZ is basically the biggest, and the Citadel itself, biggest deal places that they don't seem to care about yet. But, our mission options here are Citadel, which I guess is the name of it is actually the name of that DLC, but I think it's always marked Citadel, even if you don't have that DLC to perform. Investigate Sanctuary is our next big plot mission. Meet Dr. Bryson and go to Dock 42 are our two non-Citadel DLCs. Well, they're both initiated from the DLC, but they're not DLCs that are called the Citadel. Shore Leave, I think, would be a better title. Whatever. But yeah, I think we'll get going on one of these DLCs. And I think the DLC will get going on. I say as though this is a big shocking reveal, because when I actually make this video public and give it a title, I will have given that fact away. But I think it might be time for us to fight with Aria T'Loak to retake the Omega space station from Cerberus. And to do that, Dr. Bryson said, I think to do that, we go to Dock 42. Because, you may recall, we can go and talk to Aria T'Loak and explore all the dialogue trees. And even when you own the DLC, she doesn't actually start rolling on the mission. You have to actually initiate that from here. Excuse me. I could do one last scouting trip across the Citadel to see if there's anything that we can buy that might be of help to us, if the stores have new inventory or whatnot. I don't think I'm going to bother. I think we're just going to dive right into Dock 42. It's too bad it's not Dock 69. Woo, sexy evil, sorry lady. Woo, sorry. Who operate clubs whose name mean vagina in the Asari language, as we found out in the last game's DLC. But no, we're going to go to Dock 42, and then we're going to go to Omega, and we're going to fight a bunch of Cerberus. It's going to be awesome. I remember this DLC as being long. I remember the combat. I remember it having been combat intensive. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. And actually doing it before maxing our characters out will mean... Although at this point we've reached the stage where I think leveling up when the enemies scroll with you, you're actually making things harder on yourself, because the skills you haven't already acquired are obviously the ones that were low priority to you in your build. But still, if we're going to get cash to be able to buy more cool shit, might as well get it before we do those last plot missions. We might as well do the Omega DLC. So we're loading. And I'm thinking this is the Omega DLC and that I didn't screw up, but we'll see soon. Yeah, as a Batarian, it's pretty much part of Aria's crew.
Are you Bray?
The Grey
commander.
That's right, man. I'm brave. I'm gonna show you the new
Safe.
face of
Just
fear.
take me to Aria.
Oh, I totally missed what he said.
Follow me.
He's kind of generic Batarian, man. It's a big deal. Batarians don't like the humans much.
So where is she?
Shepard.
Shepard. So I thought I would bring Ashley along and maybe James and... No, I'm just gonna go by myself
Aria.
with the evil mobster.
How dramatic.
There are too many eyes and ears in purgatory.
No, there is no purgatory. The Pope said so. Not even the current Pope. This is like 2 popes back said there's no purgatory. Pay attention to papal decrees.
I assume this is about retaking Omega?
I assume
This
as
is
we're
about
riding in one of
your
these
world,
cars,
Shepard.
the sound's about to start glitching out.
Cerberus controlling the Terminus system seriously bolsters their mobility. Since taking Omega, they've spread through the galaxy. Surely the Alliance has noticed.
No, I haven't been paying
Cut
attention.
to the chase. What's your plan?
Kick them out. I've amassed a fleet of merc ships. We're going to punch through enemy lines and invade. Once we're on Omega, it's a ground war. That's why I want you. I only accept the
I know
best.
that you and 2 squad mates can accomplish literally
The
anything.
leader of the Cerberus occupation is General Oleg Petrovsky. He's the one who ousted me.
Tovarich Commander.
Don't know him.
The elusive man's top military strategist and best kept secret. But all you really need to know is that he's a merciless bastard.
His parents were not married when he was born. They got married shortly thereafter, but, you know, still a bastard. What do you expect to face? Going to be any, like, cool new enemies that are DLC only, or...
What's your intel on the occupation?
Petrovsky's army is massive and he's got Omega locked tight. The information stops there.
Oh, okay, well,
So
no
you're
problem.
winging it.
We got enough
Not at
continues.
all. There are secrets on Omega only I know. Secrets that will provide us a foothold. I can tell you this. Petrovsky's invasion was precise and ruthless. He'll stop at nothing to win.
Cool. I mean, some might say that about you, hint, hint.
Sounds familiar.
Shepard, I know my reputation. I know I'm hated. I ruled Omega with an iron fist.
And a purpley...
But the
oh, never
people
mind.
were free. Their lives were theirs. I preserved that. This man took all that away, and he is going to pay.
He makes them close the rave parties at
Omega's mine
midnight.
Again, I'll give you everything. I've got ships, mercs, Ezo, all yours for the war.
What's the catch?
I have objections to some of the company you keep. So you'll have to leave the Normandy and its crew behind.
She doesn't
My
like
crew are
Javik either.
professionals.
Let's just say, I want you all to myself.
Let's just say we figured the fans would actually enjoy having DLC-only squad mates.
Bray
So
will
we'll keep
provide
some.
coordinates to my fleet. Oh, and while we're still in the Citadel, please be discreet.
The fleet is hidden in this system. Signal me when you're on your way. Aria and I will meet you on the command ship.
So if he's Bray...
Can't wait to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, you'll be seeing soon enough, fast face. Get all 4 eyes focused over here. We're gonna fuck some shit up. Anyway, I'm being ridiculous. If he's Bray and we're gonna have Aria choose our squad mates, does that mean that Harper and Rowan's are gonna be in our squad? With their special biotic powers? Oh, well, apparently we're not actually on the mission yet. I am 99.9% sure that if we go talk to our squad mates while we're back here on the ship, none of them will react in any way to the fact that we're about to go fight on Omega. Because they might not even know.
Commander.
Commander. So yeah, never mind. I guess going to Dock 42 didn't really trigger anything. But, oh no, Aria's fleet's still right here. Hey, cool, they got like crazy green ships. An assortment of vessels, warships, transports, and fighters flying under Aria's flag, which is a picture of the... No. That one club doesn't dictate their culture. Dictate. Well, at least if it's DLC, I don't have to worry about having to switch discs. None of it should be on any of the discs. Unless BioWare was lying to us and this stuff was ready to go at release time. Oh my god, there's no way that's the case. So I get to adjust Commander Shepard's Woppets, but that's about it. The fact that this is the only weapon that I haven't had to waste a slot with ultralight materials is one of the reasons it's pretty kick-ass. I'm usually in pretty dire straits. Let's take Romeo on the streets of Serenade. But I'm usually in pretty dire straits if I'm forced to switch to these other guns. So I guess I could see if by some bizarre chance suddenly now it... No. It's 90% weight reduction. What would happen if I put it onto this thing? That is increasing damage. This is allowing it to pierce some stuff. If I went to ultralight, do I even have ultralight materials for this? I should have. Oh, it's only 10% on sniper rifles. Oh, fuck that. Smoke. Tempting. I don't think we fight a lot of the Centurions, though, even though we fight Cerberus guys. This increases spare thermal shot capacity by 90%. This would up the damage even more. Enhances aim. Maybe that's what I should be doing instead of this. Because I don't think I've been taking advantage of the ability to pierce objects. Because I don't have good depth perception to begin with, even in the real world. Let's try this. Just a little boost in damage, and I'm curious to see if there's a noticeable change in perception. Like perception? Like, is that something that only affects your AI partners, or will it actually... Is there some tangible way that aim will be enhanced? It's an awfully long DLC for me to, like, just commit to a new mod for funsies, but I imagine we'll get a chance to mess with stuff. Meanwhile, we have Aria as a squad mate, so here's your chance to look at her butt, if that's what you want to do. We'll give her the Hornet 5, because, you know, we spent good hard cash to upgrade it. Mod-wise, I don't care about ultralight materials for her, or ammo. Damage would be a no-brainer. And, yeah, sure, accuracy and damage. Then she's got the katana. So, Geth plasma shotgun. Fire rate very low. Wraith is even lower though, jeez. I think that's the other thing I noticed. Is like there's really no way in which this Wraith is... I'd been using the Grawl spike thrower, but there's like no way that the Wraith is better than the plasma shotgun. Other than weight, again. Actually, for the shotguns, it's not that heavy. Well, let's set it to that and then see how it compares to the Grawl spike thrower. It's very, very similar. Grawl spike thrower is a little bit more accurate, a little less damage. Let's stick with this. This is what we've been doing for everyone else, after all. Shredder mod. Yeah, me likey. Nothing to do with him, but Aria, we get to level up from scratch. So let's see what Aria has at her disposal. Let's see what she has at her disposal other than a whole bunch of Batarians. Flare. Woo! Focus and expend all biotic energy to unleash a huge flare that throws enemies within its range, causing massive damage. That sounds like a no-brainer to try, because I don't think anyone else has that skill. Reeve drains target's health and disrupt their resistances, receiving increased damage protection while this power is in effect, effective against barriers and armor. If it's weird, and there's dialogue that covers it. If we had Kaiden in our party, I think he gets Reeve. So even though we haven't seen it in this game, it's not an exclusive skill to Aria. Carnage, that's if we want her really using her shotgun. I think I'd rather have her using the biotics. Lash. Latch onto enemies with a biotic lash to rip them off their feet, dealing moderate damage. And biotic boss, like a boss. The Sasha Banks technique. Sasha's ratchet. No, she's not. Sasha's ratchet. No, she's not. Don't worry. You're not expected to know what I'm talking about, folks. Don't worry about it. Increases power damage and boosts defensive abilities. Yeah, I always max the passive ones while I'm even stopping to think about it. We'll be having her as our partner for throughout this DLC, and it's pretty long. But we will not get her as a permanent party member. So I really shouldn't spend too much time worrying about this. I'll go with power damage. Oh yeah, survivability is usually a good thing, but let's just make her as dangerous as we can. Weapon damage again. I want her using her biotic powers, not the weapons so much. Health and shield bonuses or entire squads. Increase the entire squad's health and shield bonuses by 20%. That's not bad at all. Or hers by 40. Well, let's go with the squad durability. I think this affects her too, even though it doesn't show there. We kind of did as little as we could with making her more durable, so it'll be kind of my bad if she's dying a lot. But I do feel like 20% boost to Shepard herself, and will eventually get a third party member, is probably better than 40% for her. Then Flare is kind of a no-brainer in my mind because we'll never get another chance to see it. Damage and force by 30 or impact radius by 30. Ooh. I like to do the impact radius ones, but I don't think it's that often that it makes a difference. Smart one is probably actually the straight up damage. Charge speed by 30, force damage, impact radius of combo detonations by 50. Impact radius by 50. Well, you can do that twice. That's not bad at all. That would take it up to 30% and then another 50. Or improve damage. Increase the damage done to shields and barriers by 75%. I don't know if I can trust the AI to use it, but I feel like we should make it as damaging as possible and come up as frequently as possible. Oh, radius, though. I like radius. Increase force damage and impact radius of combo detonations by 50%. That sounds pretty good, too. Now, that you got 3 different things where radius is boosted. Thinking about it too hard. I'll just max out the radius. I'm thinking about it way too hard. We don't even get to keep her. If I was smart, I would give her Carnage, because she can only, it's not like she can use Flare and then immediately use Reeve while Flare is recharging. The way it works is that she's going to be, well, then again, the way this game works, she can't activate the Carnage skill, and none of these are going to recharge while she's using others. But doesn't really make sense to give her all this biotic and nothing else. But I think I'm going to do that just because, she's a freaking biotic, and if I want to see someone use the Carnage skill, I think Tali and James have it. So lashes rip them off their feet, dealing moderate damage. I don't really like this one as much as Solar Flare. Solar Flare just sounds cooler. Increases force and damage. Increases damage, increases force and damage detonation. Let's go with damage. Recharge speed. 100% additional damage. Oh yeah, I like that. Shield penetration or fast recharge. Gives the power a 35% chance of not causing a cooldown. Increase the time that lifted targets can be detonated by 100%. So this one's all about comboing. This one's about she can do it on anyone she wants. Oh, without barriers. I mean, sorry, without armor. How much is that going to help? I don't know that there's really that many of that. Well, okay, we'll give her the fast recharge one then, because I'm not sure how often that's going to help with the Cerberus guys. I don't know. There are Cerberus guys who use shields. So Carnage or Reeve. Major collateral damage to enemies nearby, effective against armor. Or Reeve, drain their health and disrupt their resistances. I feel like she's got enough biotics. Can always charge them both part way. If I really can't choose. I know only one of them is going to get the level 4 boost anyway. Duration or radius. Let's go with duration this time because it also affects her. Whatever. Yeah, I can't spend the rest of my life worrying about how we're going to level Aria up. She's going to be DLC only.
We're outshipped 4-1, and most of our vessels are transports with limited firepower.
We're not here to win a space battle, Jarl. We just have to punch through their line.
And win a space battle.
So you've commandeered a Cerberus cruiser.
The guest of honor has arrived. We can finally start.
Oh, it's nice that you think of Bray that way.
You're planning on infiltrating the enemy fleet.
She told you that, didn't she?
If we position ourselves to strike a crippling blow, then my forces join the fun.
Well, you're smiling and you're being all evil and cool and shit, but did what you just said actually make sense? We position ourselves, strike a crippling blow, and then my forces join the fun, so they're not actually going to be part of this attack, I guess. You just asked me that, Conrad.
A lot could go wrong.
The assault's been planned for weeks, Shepard. For now, just sit back. Let me steer.
Enjoy my
Not the best
plastic
start to
jacket.
our partnership, Aria.
How things begin isn't nearly as important as how they end.
Don't worry, I'll make sure
Ray,
you
move
finish.
through the relay. Signal the fleet to wait. They only follow on my command.
I'm the boss, pretty much. I don't know, I probably should have called. It would have been a little early, but I might have wanted to call it a video before all the cinemas started. The Cerberus cruiser looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Omega, on the other hand, they're just trying too hard to make it look ominous.
Head for the command ship.
You know, I give Aria Taloka a hard time, but man, I'd take her over. If I had to pick a tentacle head chick, I would go with her over Liara. This is the Cerberus cruiser douchebagger.
Voice recognition. Alpha Tango Z.
Just do a stupid voice like all gruff and Batman-y. They'll fall for it.
How did you get the captain to say that?
The hard way. That's right. Nice and slow.
But I thought you said the hard way. Oh. Yeah, the fact that Cerberus took over Omega, a complete sideline. It doesn't matter in the long run. I'm their boss, but do what he said. So I guess you just countermanded your orders, Shepard. How do you like that?
Signal the fleet through the relay.
So we personally got into the middle of their fleet and attacked before we had backup.
Head straight for the station.
You're being hailed by the General.
Should be interesting. Put him through.
How did what we just tried work? I don't...
Aria, I knew this had to be you.
Товарищ
You'll
Commander.
never make it. Call it off now.
You're barking up the wrong tree, General. But maybe you can convince my partner.
Pepper partner.
Commander Shepard, I've heard great things about you.
No, for your boss, he's a jerk. Actually, that doesn't make sense as a response either. I'm sure that his boss is highly complimentary of Shepard's skills. But, you know, us staring intently at the hologram of Petrovsky as he waits for an answer, and presumably the Cerberus ships surround and destroy us, seems like a good place to call this a video. Although it is just a little on the early side. Just outside of my top 10 tabs. But, it's a convenient time for me. Because I got a clock in front of me and I'm on a nice, easy to remember time. I'll know when 30 minutes have elapsed. Oh, the ship's flying around in the background. It's like they're trying to make it a little less ridiculous that these just long freezes occur. But there's not a whole lot they can do. Anyway, folks, I'm the Serious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. I know we didn't actually get to combat in this mission. But, you know, we got Aria laid out nice and ready to go with killing stuff once we get into a group of 3 or less run around fighting people in small arms battles portion of the mission. So you've got that to look forward to starting next time as this one ship continues to go around in circles like an impressive Russian bomber at a mid-50s Mayday parade. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.